What is good, ladies and gentlemen? I want to explain something really fast about how CBC News is the enemy of the people. So if you don't know, CBC and CNN share very, very similar things to each other, right? Because they're both propaganda. They're both paid to say certain things. And the problem that I realize with these news medias is they have these 30-second videos, right? They always have these like 30-second videos of, oh, look what happened. They're not showing the full scenario of what the situation is. And that is the problem. That's why you call them the enemy of the people, because they're against the people and they try to manipulate the truth and put their own spin on it, their own twist on it, which is propaganda. They've been doing this. They keep doing this. And I can see right through it. I've called CBC News out so many times, and yet I keep doing it because I keep seeing what they do. They think they know what they're doing, but a lot of people are waking up. And I mean a lot of people. If you look at any CTV video or CBC News video or even like Global News, any one of them, right? More than half of their comment sections are turned off, right? They're turned off for some reason. No, it's not for some reason. It's because people are calling out the nonsense in the comment section and they don't want to see it. That's why they're doing that. Also, besides that, something else that shows the problem is that this Bill C9 that passed censors people from speaking the truth. So basically, if you go against our government or you go against the news media, well, something can happen to you because of that, right? Does that sound very similar to what happened in Nancy Graywell? Very similar, isn't it, right? We don't agree with what you say, so we'll make sure you stop saying it. That's exactly what that is. It's pure evil. We need freedom of speech. We need freedom of religion, freedom of expression. And we more certainly need the Second Amendment, which to protect our lives against these dangerous criminals. Said it before, I'll say it again. If Nancy Graywell had a handgun, a shotgun, whatever, she would still be here with us. But the higher-ups took her out because they didn't like what she spoke on, right? The people that really run the country is what killed her. Disgraceful. But you know what? This is the problem with Canada. Freedom of speech is going. There's no way to protect your life, which is ridiculous because in America, like I said, it's called the Second Amendment right. And again, another way that CBC News has lied to Canadian people for years upon years now is they try to put this whole like Canada and America. You know, Canada and America have been friends for the longest time. For the longest time, they've been friends. Don Cherry is a patriotic Canadian that loves America. Look this up. Don Cherry loves America a lot. And you know why? Because he even said it himself. Real Canadian patriots love America the same because we're similar countries. We have the same type of values. But the news media, they're pushed to push propaganda, right? It's pushed and pushed propaganda, and it'll keep going on until people stand up. That's why when I'm mayor of Windsor, I'm going to call out CBC News and all these other news organizations that want to lie to the public and don't show the truth. Canada, we are a dying nation. We've been for over 10 years, ever since Stephen Harper lost the election, which was rigged. He was, it was a fraud in my opinion, but you know what? We can get on that for another topic or another subject. The point I want to make with this, don't trust the news media. Don't ever trust them. When I'm mayor of Windsor, things will be a lot better here. I'll make sure we become the next New York. And what I mean with that is a city that brings in hundreds of millions of dollars, a city that has thousands of jobs with skyscrapers. And like I said with Drew Dawkins, you spend $80 million to create 50 jobs on a Costco. That's nothing. That $80 million I would have used to create a high-rise building that would have had thousands of people working. A lot more in the economy than you can do. You know what? Again, this is the difference. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen? God bless y'all. And just remember, real Canadians love America. Real Americans love Canada. There's no difference. And don't let CBC News tell you the difference because that's just state-funded, funded propaganda. If you can see right through it, you can see how they do it. It's that simple. Anyways, my name is Tristan Tamarensi, and I'm gonna make Windsor great again.